All right, let's bring in Michael Geoghegan, political analyst, joining us from Williams Lake, BC. Michael, thanks for your time.
Thanks for having me.
So as promises go, the Liberal promised to cut cell phone bills by 25%. It's got to be attractive to most Canadians, but we don't have a lot of detail.
No, I'm curious to see how they intend to implement it, but certainly it's noted that Canadians pay the highest cell phone rates and roaming rates of pretty well any country on the planet. So this is certainly welcome news.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the polls post blackface, brownface scandal, because we know that the Liberals took a hit overall in the Nanos poll. They are now behind the Conservatives at 32.9%, the Conservatives at 35.5%. But what I found interesting here was the preferred Prime Minister poll is still relatively the same in the sense that Justin Trudeau still leads that. And when you look at how many people are undecided, that number has crawled up. That's very telling.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I think that undecided number going up means you have some people that were committed to voting Liberal who now are not so sure. And then there's perhaps others thinking, strategically, well, maybe I need to shift my vote from this party to that party. So certainly the whole brown-face, blackface scandal certainly set off a bit of a bomb in the election, and we're still seeing the fallout in the polls.
Why do you think that Andrew Scheer has not been able to claw past Justin Trudeau in that category as preferred Prime Minister?
I think it's simply because, Andrew Scheer has the kind of personality and speaking style that, it's not as captivating as Justin Trudeau, right? If Trudeau walks into a room, people are going to notice him much more quickly than they would Andrew Scheer, just in terms of who they are as human beings and how they convey themselves. So I think that's part of it. I think there's others that are concerned about how right-wing a Conservative government will or won't be. That sort of thing. So I think that's why he's having some trouble, not going past Trudeau in terms of that polling number.
So he was out in Atlantic Canada today, Scheer was, which is Liberal red. Do you think he was pitching the right things there to veterans in an effort to get some support and rally some support there?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, veterans feel badly done by, both in terms of the Conservative Harper government and the Trudeau Liberal government. And both Conservatives and Liberals made promises to veterans that were not carried out. So Scheer is once again doing that. The veterans are feeling like political pawns. But, if Scheer wants to win back the constituency group, and it's a constituency group that traditionally has tended to vote Conservative, in previous years and decades, then if he does get the chance to be Prime Minister, he absolutely has to follow through on that commitment. It can't be another, we said it during the election and forgot about it while we're govening kind of situation. We've had that too many.
We've seen a lot of climate change circumstances. We've seen extreme heat. We've seen flooding on both coastlines, wildfires, that kind of thing. Jagmeet Singh talking about disaster relief. Smart move on his part?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Gatineau's been hit hard down in the States. Houston has had 3 500-year floods in the last 13 years. It's a growing concern for the electorate, as it should be. So I think it's a fairly smart move on his part.
Got it. I got to leave it there, Michael Geoghegan, sir. Thanks for joining us today. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.